is true. I don't think I'm letting the goat too far out of the bag when we put it in the title, Goats in Tacoma. That's right. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to be talking about some goats. No, is it these goats? No. Um, is it these goats? Yes. The ones that are going to be in Tacoma. So if you don't know where Tacoma is, that's totally cool because I know we have folks who are joining us here on the Pacific Coast who are aware that our original roastery was in Olympia, Washington. And we'll pop over here real quick to just take a look at the map. So Olympia, right here where my cursor is, doop, doop, doop. And I'm sitting up here, you can see, boom, that's my little blue dot right there. And Tacoma is between, almost exactly halfway between Seattle and Olympia. And so when we talk about coming to Tacoma, what we're really talking about, and this is a funny little distinction, it's actually a city called Ruston, which is a strange little cutout in the city of Tacoma. So you know how those things kind of happen sometimes, right? So it is really Tacoma. Tacoma surrounds the city of Ruston, but legally that is where we are going, the city of Ruston, which is really in Tacoma. And you'll see you go all the way down here, down to this spot here, that is this beautiful big development right on the water here. It looks out across into the sound here, right? So beautiful views from this area. What's also fascinating about this is that this whole zone, and I keep using that screen, that this whole zone here really was due to years of development and industrialization, was like a black zone as far as waste is concerned. And so we're really happy that what has occurred here over the last couple decades has been a reforming and a reclaiming of that brown land and black land, that site, turning it in, using technology and also natural systems to reclaim the space and really heal it, right? Clean it and heal it. So that's what's gone on there. It's been a huge public works process, and then obviously a private developer came in to put in the development that we're going into. We're really excited about it. I want to also say that I'm going to be doing some goats here, and I'm going to actually start that now so that we can take a look at what I actually want to share with you today, which are a few photos. Now, I'm not surprising, I'm not surprising many folks who know us well. I'm thinking of you, Kristen, who's probably watching right now, who've known that we have been planning to come to Tacoma for a while now. And it's been definitely a work in progress. However, we're really excited about where that progress is. And so in order to discuss that, I went down there the other day to talk with one of our friends there. Yes, Kirsten, it will be at Point Ruston. I wanted to show you, first of all, let me show you kind of what the plan for it is from Point Ruston's perspective. So it's a part of Point Ruston. I'll zoom in here real quick to kind of show you. So here's this beautiful trail that's been built along here, and there's all mixed use area all through here. They have condominiums, apartments. There's a multiple generation home for our elders there as well at Point Ruston. And then we're over in this area right here with where it has this parking garage. And up on top you'll see it's something called the Point Ruston Farmers Market right there. And you can kind of see what they're calling it out as, right? Let's see how the copy is doing over here. It's at 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, so that is where it's going to be. It's up on top of the garage. Now, the road Ruston Way, as it comes up, it's level here, right? So as you walk up Ruston Way, you can walk right into the farmers market. But then on the other side, there's a fall off, right? So you can look out, and it looks out over the water. It's really beautiful. And then they obviously have a kind of an envisioning of it as it will look as it's developed. And the thing about it is it's an interior market, right? So I'll pop over here to show you some of these photos that I was able to take yesterday. So looking at it from where folks would park, looking at it, that's looking back towards Ruston Way. If you turned around, you'd be looking out over the water. So that's one side. And then, oh, what's that up? What's that up there? What's that little sign up there? Let's take a closer look at that, shall we? Let's take a closer look at that. What is that? Oh my gosh, it's a Dancing Goats sign. Yes, in fact, the Dancing Goats Coffee Bar. I, have been part of a small part of the folks who've been working on this, just on the sides, really outreach and marketing. But I'm so excited to go there yesterday and see that sign up above. Development takes time, and anyone who's been involved in any form of development, they know it takes time. So it was really exciting to see that. So Melissa, that's a great point. Melissa says, getting closer to Seattle, absolutely. We do, in fact, have Washington Dancing Goats if you come and visit us in Olympia. Right, we have a Dancing Goats coffee bars there. But absolutely, in Atlanta, Dancing Goats Coffee Bars says hello. Hello, Dancing Goats Coffee Bars. Yes, if you want Dancing Goats right now, absolutely you can come and visit us in Olympia. I would like for you to do that, right? We have really been open through the pandemic, but practicing fairly strict social distancing, not just for our staff, but for our guests as well. So that has been a part of our process the entire time. I just want to let you know that I'm in fact decanting this now. I love my little decanter. But yeah, come visit us in Olympia, and of course Atlanta. Visit us in Atlanta as well. Especially our friends at Midtown would love for you to come and say hello to them. But yes, this will be the first Washington Dancing Goats out of Olympia, which we're pretty excited about. Yes, Shelley, I think you are looking forward to checking it out. But we'll poke you nonetheless. I love you, Mom. Hey, listen. If you want to make fun of somebody who makes spelling mistakes all the time, watch this guy. You've been watching me, everyone here. You know I put these comments in, and yes, I've definitely made some spelling mistakes because I'm so excited all the time, and I get that from my amazing mother, who is really most important person in my life. I was just thinking, it's getting personal. Anyway, yes, I'm looking forward to it as well. Okay, so the question comes up, when does it open? Well, let's take another look inside here. So between those two shots I just had, so we'll show this one, right, and this one. So in between those two is an entryway right there. Big doors that roll up, right? And so when you enter in that entryway, you come into this big open space, and you see the windows all the way around the exterior. And that interior there, as you look, that's like as if you came in from where the parking is, and it's looking out to Ruston Way there. As you come in, big open space, and if you look right to the left, will be the spot underneath where that sign outside was. That sign out there is above where our space will be. And so we look right over there. Those are the windows looking out that the sign is above, right? And so right as you walk in, we'll have a long service bar, and we'll obviously have our espresso, coffee, whole bean coffee as well. I've seen the drawings; they're pretty fun. Maybe I can talk to some of the folks, and as we get closer to opening, as even when they start doing some build out, we'll share some progress on the build out there. So that is the interior of literally where our shop will be. It will look different than that, of course. But then this is what it looks out onto. Like, so as you come in, this whole space here that you see is going to be is going to be a vendor's bazaar. So there's going to be spots for artisans here in this space, for just like any farmer's market that you would go to. But it will be like a permanent indoor farmers market here. Now you look towards the back there, you'll see a kind of a built out space. That's where there's going to be an amazing butcher with operating just right there for folks to come and buy meats. There's going to be a cheesemonger as well. There's a taco shop. There's a greengrocer. So there's all sorts of businesses that will be in this space, and it's really going to be full and busy. I know right now it looks kind of empty, which leads me to my next point. So what's going to be happening as we move in through spring and the summer? So they're moving full ahead now to get occupancy in there, and we're pretty excited about preparing to build out our space, which won't take very long, really. Probably a couple months. I'm not going to put any promises out there. But one of the things they asked us to do was to consider coming and being part of like a market pop-up, right? And we're excited about that. We have the ability to be in spaces, right? We have big 10 by 10, and we have a mobile espresso machine. And if you've either in Atlanta or in Olympia, and sometimes in Seattle and other areas, and sometimes even in Tacoma, you've had us come and visit. We pull up, we set up, and we can provide coffee and connection in a mobile way. So that's what we're going to do. We're working on that now. I'm going to be working with my friends in retail to figure out how often we can be there. But honestly, the meat company, the butcher, is planning on opening in July 1st. So they're really working to get that part of it actually open and operating, even though all the construction's still going on. So they want to try and wrap around other things for people to come and do. And, maybe folks should have some coffee. I don't think we'll be able to be there 5 days a week, which is kind of what their target is, but I'm sure we can be there on a fairly regular basis. We just have to work out the details. And that would be great to be able to start seeing all of our friends who are in Tacoma, and to have them be able to come and get coffee with us, and of course buy coffee for home as well, as a way to kind of warm the space up as we approach building out our actual coffee bar there. So we'll be figuring that out over the next couple weeks, and then we'll of course let everybody know through our Facebook platforms, through Instagram, so that you'll all know when we're going to be there at Point Ruston. But we will be there in one way or another before we are there as a fully built out Dancing Goats coffee bar. So that's pretty exciting. That's what I wanted to share with you today. Now I'm going to drink this Dancing Goats blend coffee that I just made, and enjoy my morning. So I wanted to I don't know who's in there making notes. So in the comments, the Dancing Goats coffee bars tells me that we are fans of many kinds of dancing, including but not limited to salsa, foxtrot, Lindy Hop, and of course West Coast swing. I thought Lindy Hop was like a subset underneath West Coast, but what do I know? Yeah, we do like dancing. So there it is. Oh, another thing I didn't mention, I couldn't take pictures of it because they were like really busy, and I didn't want to get in the way of them. But they are building out a demonstration kitchen, which will be there in that space as well. So we're absolutely going to make sure that when we are operating there, that we're going to have classes, cuppings, interactive coffee experiences right there, and probably you'll get to see. We'll probably film them because we're figuring out how to do this as we go, right? And so probably you'll get to see some live demos from that space. And then they also have an entire classroom upstairs that we'll get to use and schedule as a vendor there to have special events. So really looking forward to this new experience for Dancing Goats Coffee Bars. Obviously, as someone who does outreach and events, I'm really excited about the space, and that's why I'm talking to you today about it. Go into the comments, you'll see. Dancing Goats is live today. I don't know what happened, so they must have had their coffee early. We don't usually hear from them here, but I love it. So, yeah, really looking forward to the space. I want to tell you that tomorrow, here at 9 o'clock, we're going to have another conversation with one of our producing partners in Origin. We're going back to Costa Rica, and we're going to be talking to our friends at AFA Orca, which is an amazing co-op that produces fair trade organic coffee for us. So we're going to be talking to Christian tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So join us here. If you have questions, if you want to know about what they are doing there, we'll talk about our relationship, and Bob really will lead that conversation because he's been working with them for years and years now, over a decade. We'll talk a little bit about that relationship, how it developed over time, how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting them specifically, and Costa Rica and the coffee trade there. And then we'll talk about the coffee, of course, and what it looks like for this next coming year. The good news for this as well is that I was able to travel down there in January with Bob, and so I have some photos to share. So I'm going to be going through those today and kind of selecting some. We're going to have a call with Christian to talk about what we want to share, and you might see a picture of some of our backdwarf staff fishing. Could be. Yes, we were fishing in the jungle. I know, it's strange, but you'll see. I'll give more context to that tomorrow. Anyway, join us tomorrow at 9 o'clock for that. And we'll get to have another great conversation with one of our partners out of Origin and out of Costa Rica. So, thank you so much for your time today. Another short show, as it were. It will be a little bit longer tomorrow, so check in for that. And I really look forward to spending time with you as we continue to learn how to turn our homes into cafes. Take care.